Anyone else? Yes?
Well, I think technical is more like a system, and in leadership would be more something that leaders would do, A and B and C and D, and adaptive, it's more like when people actually have to do something for themselves and change and make some decisions and make some choices and do things differently in their own life. And I think that's where, adaptive kind of takes that risk, because as a leader, you have to say to somebody, take that chance that, you know what, if you want to get to B, then you've got to maybe think about making these decisions and these different choices in your own life, and having that kind of conversation is a risk, right?
Yeah, very good. There's risk, right? And that there's both personal change with adaptive challenges. Good. There's a lot of wisdom in there. This is wonderful. Others? Now I just raised the bar to wisdom, and now you don't want to speak. But you've had a lot of good already. Just do a little bit of reflecting on the reading. Who found the reading? Who got the reading done, first of all? Okay, and who found the reading pretty basic? That you could kind of get it. Pretty confusing. A few did. Okay, all right. I'm going to go through a couple of quotes just so that we can kind of be on the same page with some of the reading. On page 3, he points out this book is about putting yourself and your ideas on the line. That leading isn't simply about sort of throwing in your expertise, that it's not all about technical challenges, but it's actually about putting yourself on the line. On page 13, he talked about some of the stuff that we recognize with some of those challenges that Moses and Deborah and Barnabas went through. That people can't see at the beginning of an adaptive process that the new situation will be any better than the current condition. What they do see clearly is the potential for loss. People frequently avoid painful adjustment in their lives if they can postpone them, place the burden on somebody else, or call someone to the rescue. Any leader ever experienced anything like that? Yeah, okay. Page 14, and I think this is an important quote that we just all need to kind of have in our head. The single most common source of leadership failure. So that's kind of where you want to key in, right? The single most common source of leadership failure is that people, especially those in positions of authority, treat adaptive challenges like technical problems. And after we watch the video, we're going to reflect on some of the challenges that we've faced, and maybe where have been some times when we've treated an adaptive challenge with a potentially non-helpful technical solution. And then page 20, this is one of my favorite quotes from Ronald Heifetz. Leadership requires disturbing people, but at a rate they can absorb. Right? Disturbing people at a rate they can absorb. That you need to help people out of a comfort zone that they're in sometimes, but you have to do it at a way that they can absorb. And I thought those were some helpful quotes from chapter 1. Chapter 2 was mostly about the dangers of leadership. What are the 4 main ways that in exercising leadership that you can get diverted, you risk getting marginalized, diverted, attacked, and seduced. And he gave examples for each one of those. And I'm not going to go through each one of those right now. But instead, we're going to head into the video, which is 9 minutes of Ronald Heifetz, who is the author of our book. And he's going to be describing what adaptive challenge is. Excuse me, at the very beginning of this, there might be a loud pop. It happened every time I've turned it on, so just be ready for it if that happens again.